Could you not stare at me? I'm shy. Okay, it's Saturday. Oh, it's already 11:50 because we just saw a house with a realtor. We got kind of like a really fast start this morning, and so I didn't have time to start the vlog. It was such a cool house. It was built, I think, in the 20s, and the original builder built it for like an artist studio. So a bunch of artists lived there, and there was actually original art that was painted on the walls recovered, and they had it still on the walls, kind of like, I'll show you. We'd been looking at this house for a while because it was up for auction, it was foreclosed, and then it went away, and now it's back, and they had done some updates and fixed some things up, but going into it, it just, this space would not make sense for us. It was the coolest house, but the driveway wouldn't work for, I don't know, there was a lot of issues. We're actually just about to go to lunch with the realtor, and actually, you know what? I heard that you're supposed to say realtor, not realtor.
Realtor.
When I was editing the video last week, I was like, I keep saying that wrong. I need to stop saying it wrong. So we're going to have lunch, and then after that, we are going to make an offer on a house.
It's getting real.
Oh my god. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Alright, I totally forgot to show you my lunch. It was delicious. Actually, where's my leftovers? Now it's just rained on leftovers, but it was delicious. And we're just about to go in to make an offer on a house.
Let's do it.
I'm excited. I feel like I keep saying this every single weekend. The weather is just dreary and awful. But then during the week, it gets warm and it's sunny and it's wonderful. I don't know what's going on. It's disgusting, and I'm really missing it, and I'm really sad that I'm bringing a jacket right now. Did you guys hear that Wendy Williams filed for divorce? I don't normally comment about like celebrity drama or things like that. Especially like a divorce, like that's so sad, but at the same time, I love Wendy Williams. That's probably something you don't know about me, but I love Wendy Williams. It's not like I watch her consistently. We don't even have TV. I watch like clips on YouTube and stuff. And I've heard about all the drama going on with her and how she had to go back into treatment, and then all the rumors about her husband. And then now I'm seeing like a bunch of people commenting on her situation and how she filed for divorce. And seriously, like crowds of people, like I think on the chat or the talk, I can't remember, it's like The View spinoff. People are literally like cheering that she filed for divorce because people are so just sad for her. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it seems like she's in such a horrible, horrible situation with her relationship and her home life. So who knows, like obviously commenting on situations like that is not very good because I don't know the whole situation. Nobody really knows the whole situation except for them, the people that are actually in the situation. But from the outside, I am part of that crowd cheering. Okay, I should probably just stop talking about it because probably half of you don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll just tell you. The rumors, in summary, her husband, that she's very involved with business-wise. I mean, obviously she's the face of her brand, but he's all in that. Like, he's apparently been carrying on a side relationship for years, I heard. And he just had a baby with her. Like, even if you really, really, really did want to make your marriage work after cheating, once there's a baby, I don't know. I'm sure some people have done it. I'm sure some people have overcome that, but I cannot imagine. I really cannot imagine being in that position.
What do you mean? You talking about they could make it work?
Well, I mean, I've heard of people, you know, making their marriage work after cheating.
Yeah, but after you have a baby with somebody else?
Yeah, well, I was just saying, like, you know, maybe it has happened. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, because if you think about it, cheating doesn't have to be like a years and years and years ongoing relationship on the side for a baby to come out of the situation. Right. You know, it could be like oh, we got together 2 times. Who knows? But maybe some people try to overcome that if they both want to make it work. But I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I just saw something on YouTube pop up about it, so that's why I'm thinking about it. We have had a day so far. I feel like my hair looks so stupid right now, but I was just over it. I've been rained on all day long, but whatever, it could definitely be worse. Why am I even talking about this? We made an offer on a house. Of course, I wanted to talk to you guys about making the offer with Grant, but right now I'm sitting on the street because he just took 2 pairs of shoes into a shop to return them. Like I've told you guys in the past, Grant is a shopper, and if there's anything that he loves to shop for, it is shoes and boots, and it is constantly happening. Like if a package comes for Grant, 9 times out of 10 it is shoes, and like 90% of the time they don't work out. I think he's also really picky about shoes. Like we have 2 other pairs in the back right now that I think we're also returning, but he just took 2 pairs in. This man is crazy. That is not what I was trying to talk to you about. We made an offer on a house, which is very exciting. We've been looking at houses for over a month, and I don't know, actually wait, I do think I'm gonna wait and like full on talk about it when he's here. I just really wanted to pull the camera out because we've been rushing around. Like we stayed there and signed papers forever, and we went back and forth. We saw that other house this morning. We went to lunch with the realtor. I was getting poured on from every direction. I'm also really hungry. It's already 6:50. Today has flown by, but most of it was spent in a little office putting our initials on a million sheets of paper, which oddly, I don't remember doing that whole process at all for my last house. I know it was a few years ago, and I have a horrible memory, like horrible memory. Like, how did I sleepwalk through buying a house? I don't think I sleepwalked through it at all, because I took care of everything with the realtor I was working with in Houston, but I don't know, I just have the worst memory of all time, and it's like partially embarrassing because I'm like, no, I did this before, but I still have lots of questions. Okay, enough house talk. Tonight we are doing something fun, which I'm very excited about. I honestly feel like my brain needs a break from thinking about houses, thinking about the offer. Is it gonna go through? Is it not gonna go through? And we're going to the movies tonight, which I'm really happy about. I love going to the movies. Like I never get sick of going to the movies, and I've wanted to see Us, the new Jordan Peele movie, ever since it came out. It looks so scary. So part of me is like, probably shouldn't see this because I feel like it's gonna freak me out. But I really wanna see it. Grant and I actually tried to see Get Out, his first, I think it was his first movie. We tried to see it in the theater and we had to leave. It's the only time we've had to like leave a movie in the middle. Actually, it wasn't even in the middle. We only got like this much into the movie. It was like the first 1/8 of the movie, and then he got called because we took the risk and we went to the movies while he was on call. Uh-oh, he is walking back with a box right now. They didn't take the shoes?
They took them.
But they gave us the box back?
Need a little transport material.
Oh, okay. You don't need help?
No, I'm okay. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay. All the stores that he has to go to for all these shoes are like right in this little area. It's like the worst day to do this when it's pouring raining. Anyway, we tried to see that movie and then we got pulled out, and I've never gotten to see it since then, and I keep forgetting about it, but we're finally seeing Us. We heard it was good. Oh, and actually, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, we watched the first episode of the new Twilight Zone, which Jordan Peele is in, and the first episode was really good. I want to watch more of it, but it's on CBS and we don't have TV and we don't have access to that, but we'll just have to figure it out because I do want to watch more of it. I feel like I haven't talked to the camera at all today, and I hate when that happens because then everything that I want to say gets pushed to Sunday, and then Sunday is always like 3/4 of the vlog and I'm just like rambling and rambling and rambling. Ooh, here's another thing that I need to tell you. Oh, this whole group of people is like staring at me. Could you not stare at me? I'm shy. So, update about the fertility doctor. So I told you guys I was going back on Friday. I did, and I went back and got a whole bunch of tests. 6 or 7 of those tubes of blood out of one of my arms, and then there was another test that I had to go to a different place to get done because it's like this super specialized like lupus test, which is a test for this certain kind of thing that's associated with lupus, which makes you more prone to having miscarriages, so that will be good information to have. And the only test that I got back same day, so I got the results yesterday, were my progesterone, and the level my progesterone is right now said that I did actually ovulate in the last month, which is something that I really needed to know. If you have PCOS, and maybe this applies to other people, but I'm not sure, you can have a cycle that appears normal, but you might not actually be ovulating. So they need to do these tests to figure out if you are actually successfully ovulating, to see, you know, what part of the system isn't working, you know? So I was really happy to hear that. We were both really happy to hear that I actually was ovulating. I can actually make that part happen. Now I'm just waiting on the results of all the other tests because I got a lot of tests done. All right, Grant's coming back now. Good job. You did it.
Did you time me?
On the worst possible day to do it.
That took me...
I did not time you.
16 minutes.
Yeah, that was great.
3 stores, 3 returns, 16 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was 4 pairs.
It was. I'm so tired. We had a day.
That's what I said. We did have a day.
Oh my gosh.
It's like
Are you
mentally
exhausted?
exhausting.
Yeah.
That's why going to the movies right now is perfect, because it's just like escape. Okay, I feel like I've rambled enough for now. Are you gonna get scared? You're gonna cry? I'm gonna cry too. All right, you wanna sit with me? I feel like we're sitting down to tell our children the big news. Well,
We're leaving you.
you're getting 2 Christmases. Today, major plot twist. We went over to meet with the sales agent and the realtor this morning because there was kind of like a little hiccup yesterday, something we didn't realize before we made the offer, and it ended up being nothing. We did not at all expect that we were gonna have any updates on our offer. So you probably already know where I'm going with this. They had a counter offer, so they didn't accept our initial offer, which we didn't think they would. And then we had a counter, but then really quickly it turned around and they accepted that. So we got the house.
We bought a house.
It happened so much faster than I thought it would. I mean, the guy said like, okay, we're not gonna hear anything back until Monday. So we thought this whole process would be happening, you know, this coming week. It's already like after 5 o'clock right now. We have been all over the place today. Like I said, we went and we met with the realtor and the offer got accepted and we got the house. It was such a surprise. He had just like kind of like a little sticker that said sold on it. And he was just like, okay. And we're like, oh, really? Oh my gosh. And so it was just a very exciting moment. I feel like it was much more exciting this time around than the last time I bought my house.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. And so the thing about this house is it doesn't exist yet. It is being built. What's really exciting is we get to choose everything. So it is a new house. I think at least like 95% of the houses that we went to and showed on the vlogs were older houses. And like, just to explain this, in our hearts, we really like older houses, but within our price range and within the area that we really want to be in, it's just that we would have had to make like a lot of compromises as far as like, okay, you like can't have the closet you want, and obviously they just didn't make closets like they do now, and so you'd have to do some like reconstruction. You'd have to like do a lot of work to make things more functional. I think that that is in our future, probably down the line, but right now this was the smartest decision for us, money-wise, location-wise, and like space-wise, and it just functionality even. So it's maybe not like, you know, like the romantic dream of like, you know, like
it wasn't that last place we looked on Saturday was definitely the most like
so romantic. You guys saw that extremely like romantic, dreamy, like it was like a Spanish style like house from, what was it, the 1918?
No, it's from the 20s.
Okay, from the 20s, and like it had all this history with like these artists. There was like the studio, and it was made out of concrete. It was just like such an interesting, such a different house. But we sat in that house for so long talking to our realtor, like, how can we make this work? Like, how can we make this space work for us? Because we fall in love with stuff like that. But there were just certain things like, okay, there was like this little archway over the driveway that was made in a way that did not accommodate cars that were large at all. Neither of us have large cars, but you know, guests coming over, or if we ever want to get a different car, it would be nice to not have to like limit yourself on like, oh, okay, well, our little like driveway archway is really tiny. So I don't know, it was just, and that's also something that could affect resale, which that's another thing that we were really trying to consider through this entire process, because we know things could change. This is most likely not our forever house, so we want to get a house that, and we want to keep in mind the entire time that it has to make someone else happy in the future, you know? So I'm really excited. I feel like we're making the smartest choice. We have been thinking about this and talking about this 24/7 for the past, I don't know how long. Forever. And it's been really fun. But I knew that we were gonna be happy and satisfied no matter what we chose. But we were definitely looking at a lot of options that would have been more of a stretch financially, and I don't know. I'm glad that we went with what we went with.
Yeah, it's gonna be the least stressful.
Yeah, it's the most comfortable option. And where we are in life, like that's the smartest thing to do. We were trying to make the smartest decision, but it did take a little convincing. We had to convince ourselves to make the smart decision. But yeah, we're gonna have a house in Dallas. So we're gonna be here for a while. We won't be like packing anytime soon or anything.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm definitely not looking forward to moving, but I'm excited. I'm really excited to go through this whole process, because we get to like choose everything. Not like everything, but most things, like, you know, cabinets and like tile and flooring and stuff like that. So that's gonna be a whole thing. And I've never gotten to do that before.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Cool. I know, it's kind of crazy. Like, we just had like a whole meeting like talking about that kind of stuff. Grant's looking at our kitchen because we literally just walked around our houses. We're like, we really like the coloring, the vibe of this house. Like, we like a lot of the things here, but we also know some things that we'd want to change. But like a lot of things in the kitchen, we're like, let's just take a picture of the kitchen because like we really like this. But we don't know. We haven't been through the process yet, so we've got a lot of learning to do. I want it to be done now. Already impatient. I'm so excited because it was like a surprise. It's like, we had no idea that all of that was just gonna wrap up so quickly.
It feels good. I think that if it feels better than I think the other options. Oh, sorry.
Like,
it's been a long day.
It's like the small mouth yawn. And we keep having to push it because it's so weird. The TV just turned on out of nowhere. Did Luna hit it?
I don't know.
So weird. Right after it happened, I called my mom and told her all about it. My mom and dad were together at Academy, and then they were driving and they were so excited. And what's really cool, other than that we're getting a house, is like we'll have more space for, you know, the office. We'll have space for a potential child. We'll have space for a guest room. Like tons of people ask me, like whenever that vlog went up when my parents came into town and they stayed in a hotel, people were like, why are your parents not staying at your house? Because we don't have a guest room. Like we don't have another bed to like put someone in. Trust me, they would totally stay with us if we had room in this house, but we just don't. So that'll be really nice. That'll feel really good.
Yeah, so now we have room for everybody.
Yeah, we have room for all the things we want. Do you feel like a real adult now?
Yeah. I'm not a renter anymore.
Okay, so we did take a brief break from all the things we've been working on, but we have even more stuff to look at. I just wanted to like stop for a second and tell you guys what was going on because I haven't really vlogged anything all day. So yeah. Would you still let me if I had a blonde mustache?
Of course. I think you should have one.
Okay, 3 hours later, we totally got sucked in, but I'm starving, Grant's starving, and we have one more recipe from last week's Home Chef box, and it is steak with garlic herb butter and buttermilk cheddar, mashed potatoes, and zucchini. We're starving, so I think this will be perfect. Steak sounds amazing right now. We were going through a bunch of style stuff and kind of trying to figure out what we really love. And during that process, I showed Grant my extensive saved folder on Instagram just titled Home. I've probably been adding to this almost every day, or probably maybe even every other day since they came out with saved folders on Instagram. Like, I'm not a Pinterest person, but I totally could be if it was on Instagram. I have so much stuff on here. Some of this stuff is not exactly realistic, but I'd be lying if it's not home inspiration for me. Can you focus on that? Lots of decor hardcore, which is not, it's not gonna be reality, but I love it. This. I mean, obviously I'm not making that happen right now, but it is goals. All right, no. This is the ideal. This is what I showed Grant. This is what I want. I will settle for nothing less. That girl, she is living. Also, one more update. You know how we were just sitting over there a couple of hours ago and we said like, we think this kitchen's perfect. We want just the same thing. 3 hours later, that is no longer true. We're not positive about what we want, but it's not gonna be the exact same thing as this. We are already way down the rabbit hole on this whole thing. All right, I did it. It kind of doesn't look very appetizing through the camera screen, but I promise I'll try my best. I think it's gonna be good. We're gonna see. We're gonna get a little live taste test.
A little taste test.
Is it good?
No, it's great.
1 out of 10.
11.
I paid him to say that. Hello? So we had dinner.
We've been looking online for home ideas. It's gonna look like our Target home section.
Yeah, it's gonna be all mishmash styles.
Chip and JoJo.
And it's gonna change every 3.5 minutes.
Barn doors.
Barn door the out of it.
Barn door accent walls.
Okay, we've just been like going through all of those pictures that I have in that folder and screenshotting and deciding which ones are realistic, which ones were just like my fantasy world. It's about 50-50. And I realized that we did not give our thoughts on the movie last night. I'd say we liked it and it was scary. It was more like jump scary. I mean, I will get scared of horror movies and like not want to be alone in the house when it's dark.
Yeah.
Because I'm a baby. But that one didn't really do that to me. I was kind of expecting more, but I guess it's just because of how popular Get Out was. And now I'm just thinking we really need to see Get Out. I kept waiting for there to be like this big message and this like underlying thing that came through, and it kind of didn't happen.
And the twist was kind of, you saw it coming.
Yeah. But that didn't make it bad. It still was interesting. There was not a dull moment through the entire thing. So I would say see it, but at the same time, like, manage your expectations, I guess. I don't know. Other than that, we are so tired and we're still so happy and so excited to get started on this whole process and watch our little house grow from the ground up. And then we get to live inside of it. Our life is never gonna be normal, I decided.
It's not.
But is anyone's life ever normal?
No.
You know? Because I was like, my life has not been like calm kind of since I met you, because I was always like just like super in love with you, and I knew you were moving, and so I was like sad about that and all torn up about it. And so it was like that whole time that we were dating, and I was just like, no. But like you had to go, and then we got engaged, and then it was like long distance, and I was planning a wedding, and then it was a wedding, and I was moving here, and I was like broke my elbow out of nowhere. It's just like always something crazy happening. It's never just like chill, routine.
Yeah, now we've got this housing thing down though, and it's gone on autopilot.
Is it on autopilot?
I mean, in one day we've already like pretty much, we bought the house.
We didn't close on the house. We just made the offer, and they accepted the offer. Yeah, there's some dirt with our name on it.
Yeah,
basically.
Good dirt though.
Yeah, we got some good dirt. All right, thank you. I love you. Bye.
Bye.